Hey, it's Rick with the Rock Bottom Outreach. It's Real Talk Monday. Want to talk this week, actually going to be sharing out of the book of James, and that's actually one of my favorite books of the Bible. The first verse I ever learned was James 1:12, and I want you to go look it up. Go look up James 1:12. I'm not going to tell you what it says. But when I went to the FCA camp in Marshall, Indiana, we had to learn that scripture. And that's the first one I ever learned. So I want you to learn it, and we're going to talk about it later on in the week. But I am talking tonight out of the book of James, or today, out of the book of James. And I want to go ahead and read it. And I'm going to elaborate on to why of how God moved my heart this direction. But James chapter 4, and basically the emphasis of chapter 4 is submit yourselves to God. And I'm going to expand on that. But it says here, chapter 4, verse 11, brothers, do not slander one another. Anyone who speaks against his brother or judges him speaks against the law and judges it. When you judge the law, you're not keeping it, but sitting in judgment on it. There's only one lawgiver and judge, the one who's able to save and destroy. But who are you to judge your neighbor? Say, okay, what does that mean? It means don't judge. Don't be judging each other. But you know what? It runs a little bit deeper, and here's why I'm telling you this. First, we need to understand the definition of judging, and is that really what we're doing? Example, yesterday was the ending of a long weekend for me, and if you don't know me very well, let me expand. I'm 47, and my drug of choice was prescription narcotics. And the reason why, I've had 6 knee surgeries on one knee. I've had 2 back surgeries, 1 shoulder operation. I've blown my Achilles out and my neck is messed up. So needless to say, there's times I have a tendency to limp quite a bit based on the weather or my activity. What people don't know or see is I have a pacemaker and a defibrillator and a pacemaker because I have heart failure. Another thing people don't see. So long story short, where I'm wearing my clothes and you look at me, I probably look pretty healthy. And a lot of people say, man, you must work out all the time. Or I had a lady say, what branch are you from? And I thought she meant work branch. I was like, Denton. And she meant like what military branch, because I guess I look like a soldier. And that is not the case. I was a proud Cub Scout and in the Wolverines. Wolverine? Is that what you called it? I know I was a Cub Scout. So anyway. And that was for the snacks. But here's where I'm going with this. Yesterday, at the end of a long day, I go to Albertsons and I utilize my temporary handicap thing because I was hurting pretty bad. Had a hard time sleeping. And so I'm getting out. I begin to walk. I begin to limp. And I notice a lady coming out of the store and she's looking at me. She begins to grin. And here's the truth. I feel like she's judging me, and in truth, maybe I'm judging her because I don't know what she's thinking, and I don't know what she's thinking, and she doesn't know what I'm thinking. But I'm thinking this. I'm thinking this lady's looking at me like, man, this dude is acting the fool, man. He's acting like something's wrong with him because he parked in that handicap thing. And the truth is this. Sometimes, man, we're both in the wrong. And maybe I'm in the wrong because I don't even know what she was thinking. But it looked like it. She looked like she's judging me like there was nothing wrong with me. But the truth is, there's a lot wrong with me. If you know me, you know this is true. But here's the problem, though, okay? Here's what I'm talking about. All day long, you could say, don't judge me. You're judging me. Don't be judging me. And when it comes to homeless people or whatever the case may be, but just like my example, I'm thinking she's judging me. And really, I'm kind of judging her because I'm thinking she's judging me, if that makes any sense at all. But again, it says submit yourself to God, and that's what I'm talking about. If we will pray that God gives us a heart like Him and eyes like Him to see, then maybe when we look at people, we'll be less apt to judge, and it'll be more like this. Oh, man, God, hey, bless their little heart. Bless their little heart. That's what we think. Bless their little heart. So if lady's looking at me and I think she's judging me, I'll start thinking, well, man, bless her little heart. You know, she's maybe had a hard day or something. And my point is this, man, our mindset changes. When we become like Christ, our mind changes. Does that make sense? But again, I want you to go read James 1:12. Be ready to talk about it tomorrow. But today, be careful judging people that you think are judging you. Bam, it's Rick. Have a great day.